Good morning. Happy Wednesday to everyone. We'll see what today brings us. Um, feel enriched with a good night's sleep, and welcome to Mornings with Michael. This program is brought to you for information and educational and entertainment purposes only. If you wish to talk about your personal situation, feel free to give me a call at 415-828-7997, and somebody on our team will be happy to work with you. Without further ado, let's we got a lot of earnings coming in, so let's take a look at our market. We had a pretty good day yesterday. Let's look at our leading index, the NASDAQ. It's pulling back here a little bit today. We're still waiting for the Fed announcement. I believe it's between 10 and 11 this morning. And expect a couple of days of movement as people read and analyze the report. SPY, S&P 500. It's pulling back a little bit as well, a little less than 0.5%. The Dow pulled back a little more, it's close to 1% pullback. And let's look at the Russell small caps, and was up a little earlier. Now it's back a little bit. You can see the pretty good volume yesterday, much higher than the volume on Monday when we had the pullback. Let's look at the volume on the QQQ, the NASDAQ. Volume, it was about the same, maybe slightly higher. Volume was 46,705 on Tuesday. I guess the volume was slightly higher on the selling day, so that's something to look out on. Want to see volume higher on a move up. Let's look at the dollar index. It's continuing to pull back. So then let's look at gold. Gold is pulling up. So that's what you'd expect. If the dollar is going down, gold is going to trend up. So something to watch there. Look at silver. Looks like it continues to go sideways. A lot of banks have negative positions in silver. They're, as a hedge, they're betting against it. So that's a possibility. If silver got going, some of those banks could be really into trouble because they got some pretty big hedges. Let's take a look at the yields. Yields continue to shrink. We'll just see where they're at after the Fed announcement. And take a look at 20-year yield. That was, previous one was a 10-year yield. Here's a 20. It's actually up slightly, but they're significantly down where they've been before. Okay, let's look at our energy sector. It's pulling back a little bit. Oil and gas pulling back a little less than 1%. Natural gas. Yesterday was a one-day blip. As we continue to pull back, continue to revert to the trend. How much lower can we go is the question. We look at on a monthly basis. All-time low was 822 over here, and yeah, 822 looks to be the all-time low. Good metals, mining. kind of hanging in there. There was a big options trade on FCX looking ahead on a bullish trade. We'll see if that can reach out there. What are some other Vale trying to hang in there? Southern Copper. Positive again today. Look at this run up, and it seems to be holding that level, which is pretty strong indication. Here's retail index. Some of the leaders would be Elf Beauty. After selling off, it came back right up to the old levels, and then sort of sideways consolidation. See if it'll continue to hold that. And then there's Ulta. And breakout back here, pulled back, and continued to go. So if we look at it on a weekly basis, I guess it would be considered a cup with a handle. No, a cup. Possibly this could be a handle. And one other, Sally Beauty. I guess you'd consider this an early buy pattern, and it had a 3-week tight here. So a lot of support from the professional money managers, and it keeps trending higher. So we'll continue to watch that. That's kind of in the retail. Transportation continues to do well. The leaders, Saya, broke out again today. Let's go back to our QQQ. Just want to take an analysis of some things. So back here, this is January 6th, this is breakout. January 12th, we had another breakout. January 20th, we had another breakout. January 23rd, 27th, and yesterday we had another one. So continue to have high volume of professional buying here. So I guess that's 5 breakouts in the month of January. That's definitely a change from what we've seen before. If we ever had a breakout before, generally we had a pullback soon after, and that hasn't happened. We're above our 200-day moving averages. Volume is getting better on the buying, a little less on the selling. So possibility we could have another bearish, one more bearish flush out before we have a continued bullish phrase. But right now we got continual bullish indications in the market. This is definitely a sea change from what we've seen. Yesterday we looked at software. I got another software name that I came up with yesterday. It's in the UK, had a pretty good run in 2020, 2019, 2020. Just continue to watch this, see if it can break above the 200-day moving average. Earnings are due in 13 days. Volume has been kind of tepid, but we'll continue to watch that. Let's just go through a few of the ETFs. This is consumer discretionary. It's well above the 200-day. So this is positive. The financials looks good, above all of its moving averages. And then finally, take a look at a few stocks that have broken out today or gapped up. In the oil transportation, this was up a lot higher earlier, but looks like it's breaking out into, got the blue dot here showing that a new relative strength high. EPS came in 278% EPS gain, earnings per share gain. And let's just go to some of the movers today. Manpower Systems, looks like it's breaking out of a consolidation. We'll just space bar through a number of these. Genie Energy was up earlier, pulled back. Allegro Microsystems continues its move in the semiconductor area. Saya gapped out of its consolidation there in the transportation, which we looked at earlier. Atcor gapped up on earnings. Earnings were only up 1%, but I guess it's really above what people were expecting. ArcBest and once again, transportation. Phototronics in the semiconductor area, up to above its 200-day moving average. Old Dominion once again gapped up on 21% earnings gain, once again in the transportation. STM, we had a big gap up here on 61% earnings, and it continues to hold that, which is a positive sign. In the semiconductor area, Mobileye, which has been pretty volatile. It's kind of difficult one to hold, but it continues its trend upwards. Synaptics, moving a little bit, but it's got earnings one day. Another transportation in the semiconductor, ACLS continues to perform well. Asbury Automotive, Plexus, which has kind of been a loser in the contract circuit board manufacturing. On to innovation. Once again, support in the semiconductor industry, international in the finance area, Agilent, Dynatrace, once again gapped up 39% earnings increase. And Lam Research continues to do well in semiconductor manufacturing. And so that's what we got for today. Things are looking good. We'll just see how the market reacts over the next 2 days and the announcement from the Federal Reserve. Hope everybody has a great day. Once again, this is Mornings with Michael for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Feel free to give us a call at 415-828-7997 if you'd like to discuss your personal investment challenges or goals. And I hope you have a great day. And once again, remember, keep working on your goals and your activities to support those goals. And I will profile a book tomorrow morning that I think will definitely support and help you in reaching them. And until then, hope everybody has a great day.